And welcome back to MLG.TV, live from the MLG arena. I thought I was sitting back at home in my little home studio because I've got I've got the TV right behind me. It feels like home. We're in Columbus, Ohio, at the MLG arena. This is we're going into map number 2, Liquid versus Conquest, a battle of the North American Titans. And in fact, I was just hanging out with some of the Conquest guys during the break, and the consensus is it's a heck of a fight.
Yeah.
They're playing their hearts out, both Liquid, both Conquest, and it's so good to see the NAC maybe sparking back to life just like this. Great stuff. If you are just joining us, Liquid versus Conquest, map number 1 was Train. Scoreline 16-11, but it's not the scoreline you might think. Conquest actually took Train. Train was their own map choice. Now we're going on to Cobble. Looks like pistol round is underway. Cobble chosen by Liquid, but it's actually a good map for both teams.
Yeah, both teams should be pretty good at this map. Liquid, we know, is pretty good on here. I've seen Conquest once or twice. But again, this is just, it's all on the shoulders of Liquid here. It's their game to lose, just outright. I mean, they've already dropped one map to Conquest. And I mean, Conquest, once they got on CT side, that was pretty devastating how well they played from CT. Yeah,
exactly. This is different. You're starting out with an A hit for Conquest. Cobble with an A hit, it's unheard of. Shots are fired, and looks like Team Liquid is coming out on top. Dropping guns down to Shazam and Rush. Rush is able to take position at the bomb site and does plant it, so at least you've got that. And then Shazam holding from fence. Backs off, setting up the crossfire. They're heavily outnumbered. That's going to help. Hiko down 2, highest impact player in Elige. What's happening? Nitro peeks the corner, finally is able to take Shazam down. Plenty of time on the clock for the defuse, and wow.
That could have been very, very bad if you were Nitro. You weren't able to hit that shot onto Shazam right there. Shazam could have got himself the 3K. What was that? Ended up being like 1v2 clutch. What is that? Because the third player, yeah, it would have been 1v2 clutch. Yeah. And man, like that could have been so bad for Liquid to drop that after they did so much work. And I mean, only two players made that happen right at the end with Shazam, and that was ridiculous. So the Liquid will take the pistol. They'll be up 1-0. We have a pause coming out, and it looks like we have a resolution glitch that we need to have fixed, and we should have. We're good to go now. Yeah, we're gonna re-ready now. Get this thing back live in round 2, Conquest versus Team Liquid.
Yeah, so just a short technical timeout coming in from Liquid. That's critical, I think, for Liquid to gain just a little bit of steam going forward and say, you know, all right, we got a pistol round, we can do this, we can move on forward. But it really bespeaks how well Conquest plays. They dropped them all the way down to 1 player and just almost took the pistol round themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they've got to be relatively happy with themselves, keep the confidence up. You see Fugly playing that drop down as players start to cluster up by B's side. I mean, if you haven't played Cobble in a long time, you haven't watched Counter-Strike in a long time, this is the meta. It's almost always going to be a B hit. And if it's not, it's going to be a delayed A, then B. Here they come. They flash out, drop through, drop down. Nitro waiting, unloads with a P90, and that's what happens when you have unarmored opponents and SMGs.
Just melted. But, I mean, Liquid right there, that's going to be 2-0 in favor of Liquid. They only lose 1 player, and I mean, he had a good spray down. He got 2 frags out of the round, so he got money out of it, so it's not going to hurt him that bad to rebuy. But still, you need to win clean rounds like that. Yep. Only drop a single player. They did that. Let's see if they can get another clean round here, as Conquest will be on to a buy, though.
Yeah.
Thanks to that bomb plant.
Yeah. You said it. Buying around the bomb plant, that gives us a slight gun advantage in favor of Conquest. This is exactly what Liquid tried to do to Conquest in the last map. Shots being exchanged up at long. It's going to be Shazam. If he pushes the issue, it'd be a 2v1. He gets 1 kill, walks around the corner, gets the 2nd kill, completely opening up A side at long. Meanwhile, the mid push was very real, and the bomb does go down. They're going to have to deal with 3 players coming in from doors. Doors are smoked off. They back off, and Liquid makes the executive decision. We're going to back off and hang on to the guns.
Yeah, so it would have been a 3-man retake attempt coming out for Team Liquid, but they don't even go for it. Conquest will get themselves the early buy win, thanks to that the AK armor that they collected right there. So that is going to make the score 2-1 in favor of Team Liquid. But Conquest on their heels again. And this might turn out bad. This could be another situation where all of a sudden Conquest keeps up with them and then just steals the lead away.
Yeah, this is nuts. Okay, so you got 2 rounds right there, and then Conquest suddenly turning it around on that surprise 3rd round buy. They had the gun advantage though going into it. That's the real advantage. If you happen to get the money for the bomb plants and manage your economy effectively, you can undo the mistakes of losing a pistol round just like that. Liquid tried to do it last time, and Conquest succeeds right here on Cobble. Keep in mind, this is Cobble. Yeah, all right, Liquid chose to play on this map. However, they both are extremely good on Cobble, and it's the most played map, the second most played map for both Liquid and Conquest.
That's how. If Conquest can keep this going in their favor, turn this into another upset here. I mean, just the fact they took 1 map, that's an upset in itself.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, if you could take 2 maps away from Liquid, end their run here at the CEVO MLG Season 8 LAN Finals, that would be momentous. On day 2, removing them from the tournament. We've already had teams drop, and I mean, we're going to have another team drop right now on main stage.
Well, speaking of dropping, Stanislaw is already out of the picture. You see Rush working on doing entry at B main. Looking around, doesn't realize there's a player over there at that sneaky spot left side of B platform. They set up for smokes, but then CT side. Liquid's gonna smoke him off, delaying the strat. 39 seconds remain. This hurts because now this is gonna force Conquest into one of those last minute mad dashes into the site.
Well, it will be that 4-on-5, and yeah, Conquest gonna have to try and do it with low time here. We got Fugly right there with that P90. He's gonna try and play the edge of that smoke. He gets spotted out, still able to find the shot. He gets 2 actually with it. Liquid not trying to drop a second round. They want to make this 3-1. It looks like they're gonna do it. Nafly low on HP will step up into the drop room through window. Ends up getting killed there by Fugly at the end of that. That's 3-1 will be the score. And Liquid not going to try and let Conquest get 2 in a row.
Well, there you go. That's disheartening for Conquest, but there is a silver lining in that loss. They have just enough cash to buy up full one more time. AKs, smoke grenades, everything you need to do a nice and proper execute. And you know what, Conquest? They favored the A side earlier around. You see a little bit of a bias towards it with 3 people standing outside, but I think this is actually just going to be the way Conquest chooses to play a T side default. Look at Stanislaw creeping forward, trying to do some entries. Found, I think, through the smoke by Elige. Yeah, Elige standing at tree.
So they do have the initial pick. Stan's going to be down out of the way. Team Liquid going to have that 1-man advantage, just trying to hold on to it here. They don't want to drop any more rounds. If they can hold Conquest down underneath them from T side, that would be awesome for Liquid, because T side you should be able to get some decent numbers on this map. Should be able to, but it's all on the back of Conquest here, how well they can play it.
At this point, Conquest is committing to an A hit. 45 seconds on the clock. Not too much time to go ahead and rotate out of there. Naf comes up from mid. Up the ramp. He goes super close by fence. Sees the bullet spraying out. He gets just outnumbered and outgunned. He's down, so now we're in a 4v4 with Nitro. Hanging back by SWAT van. Unloads. Beautiful counter flash, but he's still going to get taken down. Elige can't do anything stepping out on the rotate, leaving Fugly all alone. Super predictable position when you jump out of balcony. No choices left at that point, and he gets taken down. Beautiful turnaround by Conquest.
Yeah, Conquest doing everything right that they need to be doing just so they can keep themselves in this. They need to keep it close.
Yeah,
so they can steal away. I mean, if they don't keep it close, maybe just take the lead. Whatever you have to do, they need to keep it close, though. They need to take that lead. If they can really stunt Team Liquid right now and just shut them down and collect a grip of rounds from T-side, that would be gigantic.
Well, the finances for Liquid aren't broken just yet. It's going to be a full-on B rush. Beautiful counter flash, but Nitro also blind, forces him to back off, and he's going to get killed. The spray fails for Fugly, not being able to find any kills. Smokes go down, bomb goes down, and Nafly is going to be able to get the plant. Nice post-plant positions, and Dren's going to be left all alone. All he's got is a CZ75 in hand. A whole lot of utility. That's an expensive investment for a Dren. He also has armor, so it'd be great if he could just save this. Unloads, just misses the spray, and Shazam takes him down.
I mean, a lot of the Conquest players right there were pretty, well, not a lot of them. All of them were pretty lit right there. I mean, I think
Yeah.
the highest HP I saw was Daps with maybe like 60. But either way, I mean, they weren't dialed in like that. That easily could have been quite a bit of frags if he was able to wrangle that thing in, but couldn't pull it back down. That's going to tie it up 3-3. Conquest coming back into this thing. They tie it up here against Team Liquid, and your heavy favorite for this matchup is not looking like first half's going their way.
Conquest already won the first map, so if Liquid lose right here, they are out of the tournament, out of the group stage at this point, and Conquest get to move on. No, I'm sorry. They have to play one more matchup, and then Conquest move on.
Yeah, because this is an elimination. Both of these teams have already taken a loss, so it's going to be up to whoever can win this one to stay alive in the tournament. Loser, this is out of it for the weekend, and they have to come back next season to hope that they can they make it back to the LAN finals one more time. And we have Conquest trying to just take their way to the, like, they're going to be baiting extremely hard. That's Fugly and Alige. Oh man, but it doesn't work out for him. The bait for the player in the chicken coop didn't work.
Yeah. It's an eco round for Liquid. They like to take a couple more kills for sure. Stanislaw is out of the picture, and you see Nitro with the USP just baiting. Honestly, doesn't matter if he lives or dies at this point. He's going to hold his position. Conquest, I don't see exactly what their finances are looking like right now, but they did buy extremely heavily into this round, spending about 20.2 thousand or 20.2, and they're just not going to force the issue. They know exactly where Nitro is. They're just going to watch the bomb, try to bait him in here. Nitro sensing an opportunity and knowing it doesn't matter financially if he lives or dies, charges on in, trying to get that last-minute plant or a bomb defuse, and it's just not meant to be.
Yeah, no luck on that, but we will have Conquest up by 1 round over Team Liquid. And if they could keep this rolling, we actually, there it is. There's the buys coming out. I was going to think, for a second there, they weren't full buying yet, and I was like, well, I mean, it's tight. They're not the healthiest buys in the world. They don't have a lot of utility. Are they really just going to save this one pistol armor? But, well, there it is. They buy the M4s. They buy the head armor, and they buy a little bit of utility, some flashbangs, and some smoke grenades for them to try and work with here. And already one of the Liquid members is down, but look at the answer coming out from Nitro. Adren is there too, but it's all up to Hiko now versus Nafly. We're gonna have a one-on-one. Hiko full HP, Nafly down low, and this could be interesting if Nafly is able to hit this shot.
Well, he is a solid high-impact player. Look at how he's playing. You see the thought process right there. Smoke this one off, molly that one. Watch for a push from B main. Look at the plat, and he's just checking off every single corner. He's got 55 seconds and lots of time.
And Naf still doesn't know where he's at. Still doesn't even know where he's at. He's trying to find him, but Hiko playing nice and slow. No reason to get aggressive yet. Hiko can just hang out and just wait for Nafly to make his move. I mean, there's a ton of time left, and there it is. Hiko gets spotted now. Nafly doesn't really want to try and take that fight head on. He's got to be careful. He could just get ripped apart by errant bullets.
Well, Naf's going to go ahead and plant the bomb. Still a little bit of time left on the clock. And with these shots coming in, he knows exactly where Hiko is. Unloads, gets the headshot. Take a seat, Hiko.
Yeah, that's, wow, Nafly hit that. That was beautiful that Nafly was able to make that happen. And that will extend that Conquest lead just a little bit further. Get them even farther away from Liquid. I mean, you got 5 rounds from T-side. That's looking good. Maybe make that 7 or 8, and they are in the clear here on map number 2.
Such a critical play for Naf. Fun fact, Nafly changed his name from Naf to Nafly in respect to a former teammate, Brundlefly. He's actually killed in a hit-and-run accident. Former Source player.
We're into round 9. All these frags going in favor of Conquest. Only one CT left alive. That was Nitro. He ends up going down to Rush. And Shazam will close it out at the end. That's going to be 6-3. Liquid is down by 3 in total. And Conquest running with this momentum. And again, just like they did on last map when they were CT side instead of T side. But man, when they had the momentum, they did not let it go, and they just continued to run with it and get a grip of rounds.
Conquest, solid play. These boys are playing their hearts out tonight. 6-3. Adren gets extremely aggressive, pushing all the way out towards long, and then he's going to back off. Stanislaw has to deal with Hiko. Hiko chucks a grenade before he backs off. It does a lot of damage, dropping a rush down to about 64. Nice counter flash as well, but Hiko's not going to commit to shooting. He's just playing the delay game. Yeah,
just going to hang out and wait. No reason to get too overly aggressive here. Put yourself in a situation where you're not going to get any frags out of it and end up getting hurt. So Hiko wisely backs up. Conquest just kind of spread out across the map. Majority of them clustered up towards the mid part of the map as Nat flies out on his lonesome over there at the B bomb site, looking to see if he can get anybody being too aggressive and try and work off that.
Well, the bomb works its way towards B site. Fugly's watching drop down super closely. Looks like most of the players are going to group up just outside of B main. Elige at tree boosted up, watching the corner. Daps is actually going to have to deal with Nitro and Fugly, 2 players. Now's your moment of opportunity. Drops down, takes one. Nitro is blind, backs off. Nap's already out. And is able to do the old 1-2.
Wow, he made it work. He was able to get down through the drop, and that is absolutely dirty, so that's going to force Hiko and Adren into committing to the save here. They're going to have to back their way up, and that'll be a 7th round now for Conquest.
Better back that gun up. That's the way the song went, right?
Oh, man. Juvenile.
It is juvenile. But hey, it's fun.
Well, back in the day, Fugly used to play with Juvenile.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Counter-Strike?
Yes.
No kidding.
Not the real Juvenile, but his name was Juvenile.
All right. Source?
No, it was Go. Back in the day, I should say, like 7 months ago.
Oh, 7 months ago.
6 months ago. I guess that's not really back in the day.
That wasn't. Yeah, that's not back in the day. I'm thinking like back in the day means like 1.4.
Yeah, nah, this was like 7 months ago. Back in my day.
Hey, sounds like the Warhol's grandfather just popped into this cast. 7-3 score line straight out of the gate, and look at this. After that round, Liquid's economies broke once again. Nothing but pistols, and this is one heck of a T side. One more round, and Conquest are going to have the majority of points on first half. Again.
So, into round 11. As CEVO was just talking about, we are pistols out for Team Liquid. Just trying to hold on, trying to do whatever they can to try and get some rounds here to stop the momentum of Conquest. I mean, man, I knew Conquest was going to do good in this. I didn't think they were going to be this huge on momentum, and man, after what they did last night against Virtus Pro, even though they lost it, they came back here tonight, and they took a map off Liquid. They're looking poised to try and take home first half of map number 2 against Liquid, and Conquest has been on point.
Well, you see the players going towards drop. I think we missed that on cams, but Stanislaw is doing the work, dropping Adren real quick. Elige also finishes Daps with pistol. Man advantage, well, suddenly turns into an even 3 versus 3. Elige picks up an AK-47, trying to do something with it as Napfi crosses by SWAT van, taking the shot at balcony and reducing us to Nitro alone. Problem is Nitro is that B anchor player, and he's just not in a position to do anything. He's going to drop down, pumping those brand new knives, those plugs, whatever you want to call them.
Almost at the 5-7 frag out in the middle.
Yeah.
But couldn't hold it down, couldn't get it, and that is going to be another round in favor here for Team Conquest. And they're looking really good right now. I mean, that's 8 rounds for them, only 3 rounds for Liquid. Man, we're into round 12. Anything after this, it's just it's amazing for Conquest. This is a lot of rounds to get from T-side.
It's been a long journey for Conquest. Players coming from 2 broken teams, falling apart, having no sponsor.
Yeah.
Number 3 in CEVO against all odds, and now here they are at the MLG Arena, live from Columbus, Ohio, taking on Liquid. They've already taken the first map. Train. We're on Liquid's map choice of Cobble. Such a strange choice, though. I mean, it does play to Liquid strengths.
Yeah, but it's not working out right now at all.
It also plays the Conquest strengths. Yeah. There's no anti-picking going on here, and that's concerning, clearly, as the scoreline indicates.
So ops up. Both teams have them. Adren's got his out. We got Shazam with his out for their respective teams. We haven't had the duel yet. See if we're going to be able to make that happen. And there's Shazam taking down Elige. playing out behind the box up there on balcony. A little too aggressive. Got wide peek by Shazam, and Shazam's able to open up that B bomb site, but there's still so many CT. There's such a CT presence there still already. I mean, 3 players already there. One ends up going down. Now there's only 1 left. After the trades right there, Stanislaw gets in there, and there it is. Hiko goes down. Stanislaw shooting very well. Gets himself to that round. That makes it 9-3.
That round happens so incredibly fast. I mean, they just walked right into the bomb site. Heavy, heavy rush. And by the time I look up, Hiko's the last man standing. And the problem is, he's just in absolutely no position to mount any sort of a fight, and he gets picked off just like that. Hyper fast gun round. And Liquid, they've got so little cash. They're buying up around this. And Dren, after all those AWP buys, he's forced to go ahead and pick up a FAMAS. Not much to mount a real fight. Conquest not going to focus on B just yet. They're going to run some sort of a default. Hiko's always going to be your A anchor player in this situation. That's kind of like his world. He's B anchor constantly on Inferno. He's B anchor constantly on Cash as well, and he likes to play this solo role. Problem is, he can get outnumbered very quickly, and there it is, the mind of Hiko at work. He sees it coming, drops the smoke, falls back, doesn't want to take that fight.
Yeah, he's going to go put himself in a better position so he can hide back in the back of the bomb site and get some good angles. No, actually, he's going to force back up a little bit. He's going to just hide behind that wall and just hope for the best. And by the way, extremely spammable, so he's got to be careful. He gets spotted, he's probably going to just get distracted.
Now the bomb is working its way in towards A, and finally the man goes down. That's Hiko, and this is going to force a retake position. T's get very aggressive pushing out through the doors, and that's going to be a 1-2 trade with Stanislaw finally going down as a result of the push. The bomb gets planted. Liquid is in absolutely no position to mount any sort of a retake. Nitro and Leash back off all the way towards T spawn. You see the hit squad is searching. They've taken some very forward positions. That's about as far forward as you can really risk without leaving the bomb undefended. In just a few seconds, I expect that Conquest is going to push out even farther. Yeah, Dap's going to be the first man to the scene. Can he get a couple guns out of their hands? Nope. Found out by Nitro.
Yeah, not able to grab anything out of that. Nitro will grab Daps. It's going to be 10 rounds now for Conquest, and this is getting out of hand very, very fast from T-side. Conquest with 10 rounds. We're into round 14. They have a chance here. They could end this 12-3 this half. That would be absolutely rough if you're Liquid. And at what point does Liquid finally just, all right, we need attack pause. We need to stop. We need to talk. We need to figure out what's going wrong here. We need to get our heads back on. They haven't done it yet.
Not just yet. Leash getting boosted up on top of the tree. He's able to go ahead and take one, but Rush is right there, making the trade, making it happen, and then Stanislaw with the 2K just like that. B site wide open. Adren's first one on the rotation, works his way towards the door before he gets smoked out. He wants to push through the smoke, does so, uses a little crack on the right side, and catches one player. That's Shazam by surprise. Does a lot of damage, not quite enough to get the job done. Shazam's at 23 health, and suddenly Adren's realizing, uh-oh, I'm all alone.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot here. He's 1v3 bomb. He's going to be planted, so he's got a timer on him now. And he has to come up big here. He doesn't really have a choice. I mean, you can go save the M4 for the final round, but at the same time, it's just, you need to get some rounds for your team. He hits one shot, takes down Shazam, but he's got himself pinched here. He's got one to his right, one to his left, takes down the right, but the left-hand player, that's going to be Stanislaw coming from the left side, not left hand. Ends up catching him, so they peak at the same time. They get that victory, and that's 11-3 as we hit the final round of first half. Conquest, man, they could finish this 16-3 pretty quickly.
They could. This is such a critical match. Liquids has lost the first map of Train. This is Cobble. Conquest take it, they move on. Everything's important. It's elimination. The losing team is packing up and going home at this point. A lot is on the line. The title of MLG Pro Champion is on the line, and a total of $100,000 of prize money is also on the line. 40K going to the winners.
So now we're into that final round of this half. Team Liquid with only 3 rounds to their name. Conquest with 11, just trying to hold on to this thing. If they can make this a 12-3 half, that would be very, very very disheartening going into the second half if your team's Liquid. Like, I don't know how you would come back from that, how you would shake that. And Stanis already opens it up, able to take down Fugly. And Conquest is just shooting so well. Liquid has no answer at all.
See Daps standing right out in the open, taking the fight to Adren, but Adren's going to get the better of him with the FAMAS, and Daps goes down. Stanislaw also severely hurt. If we look at the positioning, Conquest still going to be able to go ahead and work their way into the A site. The bomb does go down, and look at the positioning at long. We have one T player hanging back. He must be playing for sound, hearing some noise. That's Shazam. He knows.
Got to be careful, though.
Why? Oh, yeah. That's why.
Ends up running into the halls, ends up going down. So now we're going to have a 2-on-4 here. 4-man retake attempt. And it's going to be 2 coming up through the connector. One's going to be coming up the ramp. And one's going to be coming from A halls. And Rush getting pushed. He takes down 2. Both players out of connector. He'll take down. He's got 92 HP. And, man, he's got a lot of time to work with here.
Yes.
Got a Molotov. Gonna drop it down. Now he has to worry about over the top. Trying to find the player. He will find the player. And Rush comes up huge at the end. They are unbelievably happy with Rush there. Good job on him. That's 12-3 at the half in favor of Conquest. That's, man, that's rough if you're Liquid.
This is nuts. Shazam had a real big smile on his face right there at the end of the first half, and Liquid really struggling. You see them dead silent. Fugly not happy with this round, with this map. So far, they've got to turn this thing around. I mean, the scoreline is getting completely out of control for Liquid, and wow.
Yeah, if you're Liquid right now, you need to take this time. You need to break. You need to talk. You need to figure out what we need to have happen to get you guys back into this thing. You got to figure that out, and you got to do it now. So, but here, taking a peek at the box score, look at the numbers. Nafly playing great. Daps. Not really a factor at all in there.
No, that's surprising. I mean, he is the IGL for the team. At least I think he still is. There's some question as to whether or not Stanislaw might be taking over some of that role. And Stanislaw was operating as IGL as well as a high-impact fragger for his former team of Team Coast as he integrates back into Conquest. He's not showing up as the super high-impact player right now. With a 12-1 and 8 scoreline, Naf is emerging as the clear star, clear MVP of the matchup.
Yeah.
But I mean, Stanislaw. That's the beauty of Stanislaw, though. If he needs to make these high-impact frags and carry the team, he can.
Yeah.
But if he needs to play back, play more of a support role, and provide the calls, provide the communication and information, then he's down with that too.
So we're gonna start this pistol off, and Conquest already getting 2 frags. That's going to be Elige who finally does trade one. So Conquest here from the CT side. They've already worked this down. Oh, Fugly, what a good job with that shot. Able to get Shazam, and man, Stanislaw just gets his face ripped right there. But here comes Nafly on the rotate from behind. Only a one-on-one now. Adren looking to find Nafly. He'll get the shot on Nafly. And man, Liquid not out of it yet. What a good play. Adren made that happen at the end. Gets the 1 versus 2 clutch. And keeps Team Liquid alive, at least for another round.
Yeah, that's 2 pistol rounds in a row for Liquid, but they got the 1 pistol round, they got the second, and then they went full tilt mode from that point on their first half. The goal right here is for Liquid just to hang out of the momentum. They buy up extremely heavily. They don't want to have any sort of a gun disadvantage. Conquest also choosing to buy up pretty aggressively too with CZ75, his scout. And Naf's working with a shotgun defensively. 2 guesses where he is. Yep, he gets naded right away in that close shotgun position. And Liquid not going to rush anything. They got lots of time.
Yeah, that position's great, but it's a risk that you have to, you take that risk that somebody's just going to drop grenades down there expecting you to be doing something dirty. And he got caught out for it. But Liquid here on their buy. Man, they have dropped all the way down to 2 players. Stan's trying to get another shot off with his deagle. If he can get another frag, that would be huge. Can't quite do it. That'll be a 5th round for Liquid now.
Amazing. For a while there, I thought Stanislaw was going to clutch this thing out, pulling out the deagle plays, making the kills, but just too little too late at that point. He needed another teammate alive. Maybe if the nades didn't serendipitously land on top of Naf's head and take him out at drop down. That does weaken your B side so much. If you don't have somebody at drop down, it's like instantly they can have B, or they can just do a massive split on A site. Super dangerous.
So now into round 18. Score will be 12-5 in favor of Conquest, but I mean, Liquid trying to battle into this, and it's like the same story every time. Liquid pretty strong at first, then they start to struggle. Momentum shifts to Conquest, and Conquest just dominates their way through it. It's just about how soon will that happen in this half of map number 2.
This is weird play by Conquest. They were set up with a very standard defense, and then as soon as the B hit started to happen, all 5 players just got the heck out of the B side. They're like, you know, I don't want to deal with it. And now they're setting up, just trying to get as many exit frags as possible. Looks like this was their tactic all along. Get out of the site wherever they go and simply play to bait these players out. Look at the crossfires being set up. They're just hoping somebody comes outdoors, doing something, pick up the kills. And we might have a round go by with not a single kill.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna go. Nope, that Stanislaw does go down at the end. Nitro was able to find him. That is the 6th round now for Team Liquid.
Weird.
Conquest lead is down to 6 rounds, but still, I mean, they have a lot to work with here from CT side, and like we talked about, I mean, once the momentum shifts to them,
oh yeah,
they don't let it go.
No, they don't. But this is the opportunity for Conquest at this point. They've got the first buy on CT side, and you can play such an effective CT side. No surprises right here with Bomb works his way towards B side. Daps is playing over here at the spot made famous by JDM's P90, and he's not going to get any kills, but Elige does go down thanks to Naf. Lots of smoke in the site, very disorienting if you're a CT. While Liquid slowly tries to work out. That's what flash grenades are for, delay them, blind them, so they can't quite commit to what plays they want. Look at this. Yep, bomb spotted.
Trades are going to be going out in favor of Nitro. Fugly right there with it too. Still trying to force, but Stanislaw going to be the last man standing. He's going to be 1 versus 3. They're going to get the bomb planted. Stan's going to almost get the shot onto Fugly. Wasn't quite enough, though. Trying to get in there. That'll be a 7th round down for Team Liquid. As Conquest, their lead is slipping ever so slightly. I mean, there's up to 10 rounds left that we could be playing here between these two teams. And Conquest wants to shut that down as fast as they can.
Yeah, they can't allow that. It's 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah. I mean, they're almost up to max loss bonus now, so.
Yeah. The advantage of that, of course, is they're going to have a whole lot of money going forward. Light buy, pistols, couple of grenades. I don't expect too much to come out of Conquest this round. They had really solid crossfires set up to just do an extremely tight defense on B platform last round. And they open it up with the kills, too. But Liquid making it happen. Rush is going to be picked off first. Nitro spotting players out by door. And the way Conquest is playing, they're all kind of ducked around in these one-off spots, just trying to get these cheap, free kills off of Liquid. They know they shouldn't win the round, but at least get a kill. Pick up a gun, run away with it. That's the victory this round for Conquest.
Daplai right there gets one with the pistol. He's already lost Rush, though, so Daps is going to be in there. And, ooh, Naflight barely survives that. Stanislaw still trying to fight it out. Big gun battle ensues here at this bomb site. They're going to be on the eco nonetheless. And, man, they work it all the way down to a 2-on-2. Now a 1-on-2 in favor of Team Liquid. But they know exactly where Shazam's at with his pistol in hand. This could be tough for him. And is that a Zeus? Yes, it is.
Yep. The Zeus, even with the change of the finances here, the Zeus are still coming out. And hey, you know, it is a completely viable weapon if you're going for some of these crazy little derp spot one-off cheap kills. You can just hide around the corner and go pow, and you get that squawking chicken sound and the satisfaction of the Zeus kill. It's great stuff. Just not able to come out that round for Shazam. That's fine. It was really a throwaway round for Conquest anyway, so that they can try to get some damage done, try to hold them off. And indeed, they did intimidate Liquid. Liquid's not just charging in there saying, we're Liquid, we're so good, we can just pounce in. They realize Conquest is a real threat, even with pistols. So they played it extremely slow. That means Liquid clearly has respect for this team.
And that was the time to unleash the boost. Shazam goes for the boosted drop, able to take down Fugly. It gives them that man advantage right off the bat until Nitro steps out and does that. Finds another frag on Daps, actually, as Daps was behind the smoke wall there. And he's completely lit up, though, and they're dropping like flies now. Rush is able to grab two. Stanislaw gonna push his way out through A. Not gonna find anybody, so he's gonna rotate back towards B. And Bomb gonna be down out in the open. Kind of tough spot for Liquid to get it. Rush just has to be here for his teammate when they make the call. He should be able to hang out and wait for this bomb plant.
Yeah, Rush did a reload. I'm not sure if Hiko was able to hear that. I'm guessing that's a no. He goes ahead and plants the bomb, and one player jumps up on top of tree. And there you go. Naf, Rush doing the 1-2 duo. Taking the kills. Heat goes down. No one left alive. Rush with the defuse. Only 7 health, but he had 2 more teammates to carry him. That's another round on the board in favor of Conquest, and this is looking like it just might shape up to be a massive upset. Conquest is just 3 points away, 3 rounds away from 16, winning not just Cobble, but knocking Liquid out. Championship.
Yeah, and at this point here,
in groups.
Yeah, they could break their economy this next round.
Yeah.
They could hurt them really, really bad economically if they can win this one in a row. Because as you saw, their Liquid was pretty heavily bought into that round, and Conquest, they're good money-wise. So if they end up winning this thing, that would be huge. But that is going to be a Dren trying to put his stamp on this round and not let himself just get smashed out by Conquest. Able to take down Stanislaw on that lurk.
Oh, wow. The grenades, the mollies, and the shots are going to take Elige right out at back B plat. The bomb still wants to work its way towards B, where 3 members of Conquest are all stacked up. Stanislaw's already out of the picture, and it looks like drop is not being... Oh, yeah, it is being watched at a passive angle. No problem right there. Nitro, take a position at B, and Liquid. 45 seconds on the clock. Again, not going to rush this. Chill out.
Well,
so hard.
Yeah, they got that 4-on-4 right now. Conquest going slow enough. They don't want to overreact here. They don't want to go too fast. They're gonna have to wait out on Liquid, and here goes Liquid trying to explode in 30 seconds. It's gonna be up to Daps. Can he line a shot up? Tried to do it, but there's his teammate Rush. He doesn't look over his shoulder. Hiko goes down right below. Dren will be Nafly, so now we're gonna have a one-on-one again, but time ticking so very low. Dren doesn't have a choice. He's gonna go for the bomb plant. Shazam's gonna run his way up just a little bit, make some noise. He's gonna peek around the corner. Dren sees him for a second, and now Shazam knows. He's got the op out. Can he make this happen? He's looking.
Yeah.
Can't quite do it. Dren will hit the headshot, keeps his team in here.
Wow.
And that is a 10th round now and a 4K, nonetheless, for a Dren. Or excuse me, a 9th round and a 4K for a Dren.
Huge play by Adren. I thought that was going to go the other way around. I mean, Adren was so low at that point. And one key factor was the timing on Liquid coming out of drop down. You saw Daps. He was actually holding a really good angle, good position. And at one point, he just chose to go ahead and back up, change his position. And right when he started to move, that's when he got pushed. His crosshair was off. His motion was off. And then that was it. That's your entry. That's how they get into the site. And that's how Liquid stays in this game.
Most definitely. They need to continue to do that. They need to string together some rounds in a row here. Considering Conquest back onto a pistol, and they did it on a pistol before. Let's see if they can do it again on a pistol against Liquid. Get themselves that round, get that momentum back on their side, and try and end this thing. Because Conquest would love to be the guys that upset Liquid and knock them out of this LAN finals.
Yeah, it's going to be an uphill struggle on this round for Conquest. That's finally got CZ75 just going for cheeky kills, trying to get something done. Naf is already out of the picture. Daps pushing up close by B plat, trying to be cheeky there. Nitro comes around the corner. Daps shows himself, unloads. There's the kill. He goes out. He's a high-impact player, so that's actually a very valuable kill. However, Fugly and Adren able to just get the work done already. Shazam all alone. He's worked his way back into the bomb site. Elige is going to find him out, and they even get the bomb plant to boot. 10-13, Liquid closing that gap.
Yeah, I mean, they brought it within 3 now. It was getting a little out of control there, but again, good job playing from the T side. Conquest just needs to slow this thing down a little bit. Liquid's just, when they hit something, they end up hitting the angles that they need. They pop out of that angle, and then they lock onto it and just wait for somebody to re-peek him, and it's working every time. Yeah. You get Nitro coming out, Halls coming out onto the balcony, and he just pops out on the other side of Headshot, and we'll just sit there and watch. And then boom, you get the re-peek, you run right into him. They just need, the Conquest just needs to settle down a little bit here and not re-peek those angles too many times, because you know the Liquid players are just sitting on them.
I'm concerned about Conquest at this point. Yeah, they're buying up. You have to buy up at this point, but it's very light. They've already used up almost all of their utilities. Sanslaw's only holding on to a FAMAS. Liquid chooses to go out long. Shazam spots Nitro and takes the kill. Also has some more information as Sanslaw's playing. Oh, he's going to wide peek this corner, and does he get the shot? Gets the shot, but he's not going to take the kill. Elige and Adrent both extremely low on health as they slowly creep their way onto the bomb site.
Oh, look at Stan, though. Stan, great positioning here. He's going to try and grab the player. All three alive Team Liquid members they're very low on HP. I mean, Hiko down to 31, Elige at 17, Dren at 24. They're so very close to getting killed here. And here comes the retake attempt coming out. It's going to be a 4-man retake attempt. Elige hits some good damage. Yep. There's Rush. Now we're going to be worked into a 1-on-2. Shazam, he's got to be able to get this done. Looking at Hiko. Dren misses the shot somehow. Tries to re-peek, and Hiko will take him down. That's an 11th round now for Team Liquid.
This cannot be happening for Conquest. I mean, they buy up full. They had a very, very solid round right there. Shazam opens it up with that initial pick, and they're able to hold these players off. But then they give up the site too quickly, and they're cut down so fast. Shazam's the only one left standing, and Liquid this much closer to closing the gap, tying it up. There's not a lot left for Conquest to play with, and I don't know what their economy is looking like right now. But it should be low. I expect we're going to go back into another save. Oh, here we go. Conquest, yeah, quite low.
Yeah, they don't really have enough cash to really make anything happen.
They couldn't force if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean you could SMG force, but it's just there's no point. It would be such a broken buy that it would literally do nothing for you. Or pistol armor, but at the same time, it's just no reason to force that like that. I mean, you still have 2 rounds in your favor. You still have that advantage. You just need to get a good, clean round under your belt from CT side to really turn this thing around.
Now, that was a tactical timeout. I would just assume that was called by Conquest after losing so many rounds, including that critical gun round. It's time to stop, have a discussion, and maybe rethink your CT side, because it's falling apart. I mean, it's not just one site that's consistently falling. They're losing A executes, and they're losing B executes.
So now into round 25. And again, see, we got Nitro. He's out wide. He's just sitting on that angle. Wow. But there's going to be a stack over there at that B bomb site, and it paid off. It gets them 1 frag. They can go collect that rifle if they want it, but they're going to have to rotate all the way over from B to the A bomb site, because that's where Liquid's hitting.
Yeah. The 5-man stack is real. That was really critical, spamming through smoke. I don't know if they maybe saw a little shadow, a little piece of a foot or whatnot, but the USP bullets were very real coming through the smoke. And Naf picking up the kill. Naf picks up the AK-47, so that's a light victory. He might just back off and save it as the rest of the team comes in attempting a retake to do whatever damage you can do to Liquid. Just pick at them, do some damage. There's nothing substantial worth saving.
No.
You got a P250 on Rush, that's nothing.
No, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try and get some exits, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing. They're going to try and get some exits. They're going to put themselves in a situation where if Liquid's not checking all their corners when they're trying to exiting out of this site, out of the blast radius, they're going to get caught and maybe drop some rifles into the hands of Conquest players. And they see one. They know somebody's there, but now they have 3 players there watching that. And yeah, they pick up both. So Rush and Shazam can't quite collect a frag there. Nafly will save the AK, and Dabs does survive.
This is getting extremely close. Liquid is 1 round away from tying this up and coming back from that huge early first half deficit. 13-12. Conquest obviously going to buy up this time. The op's going to be in Shazam's hands. You know, the thing about Shazam this game is he's been finding the kills and getting a lot of these early picks, but then his team falls apart before him, and then Shazam's put into this clutch position.
It's going to be Rush, opens things up. More frags will go in favor of Conquest. That's going to be Daps right there. After Elige was able to get one onto Rush, trains him out, and then he was quickly traded himself. So we are going to have a 4-on-3, but drop is completely open. They have to be aware of it.
All right, we still have 3 stacked inside the B site, along with 1 A anchor. It will be a B execute. 57 seconds left on the clock. That's huge. Shazam finds a Dren with the off, keeping the off at B site this time around. Fugly slow peeks around the edge, and he's dead. He goes all alone. Clutch King, 1 versus 4. He goes the one with the bomb, and his position's been given away. He's just trading shots with the player over at Statue that is heavily injured. I believe it's Shazam hanging back there. Yeah, down to just 1 health.
HP.
Yeah, nothing but a flashbang in Hiko's hands. He's going to use that utility, try and blind out anybody. He is mostly ineffective, and he's just trying to take some position. 23 seconds. He's going to go for it. Not going to happen.
Nope.
Taken down. Hiko.
Yeah, Hiko did everything that he could do right there at the end to try and get that, but I mean, 1 versus X situation, they know exactly where you are. You don't have anywhere you can really rotate. You don't have an escape route. You're just kind of stuck. You got to make what you can. You make whatever happen you can. And he tried to go for it, but that is Conquest with a 14th round now, and that's pretty huge.
You know, Hiko was, and his whole team, completely rich. It doesn't matter to lose, and they know that Conquest was going to buy all full, so it doesn't even matter to go ahead and drop that AK-47. This time around, Liquid again biasing the B side early on. I don't see any sort of real default play by Liquid where they fan out, put maybe 1 or 2 people watching A side. They commit pretty heavily to B, and then if it doesn't work out, that's when they decide to back off and try something at the A site. You're going to have a 3-and-2 stack going on for Conquest defensively. Liquid not committing just yet, but you're going to see Fugly popping through drop down fast.
So now into round 27. Conquest only 1 round away from being able to mop this thing up, or at least put themselves in a situation where they're looking at match point here on map number 2. And Team Liquid going to try and execute their way out into this B bomb site. And Napfly was going to be there. Daps gets himself 1. He's already become very, very important in this, and it's all up to Hiko. He's going to be 1 versus 4. Gets himself 2 frags. Daps and Rush were very low. Conquest will grab that 15th round, and they are now on match point. They could be sending Team Liquid home and out of these LAN finals.
Oh, yes.
This fast.
Most importantly, Liquid is extremely low. Check this out. Nitro starting this round out with $3,100. We've got $3,600 on Fugly. You're going to have a really ugly looking buy. Yeah, we have apparently some sort of a problem. Fugly's mouse is not working. So we are going to have a pause. Looks like the admins sorted this out very quickly, and the clock is going to go ahead and count down. Looking at this broken buy, yeah, very little utility coming out on the part of Team Liquid. Fugly's not going to have a helmet on his head. That could be a problem facing off against an M4. One-shot headshot for the M4
that's
in
rough.
this case.
But, I mean, they have to buy out. They have to win every single round from here on out. It is round 28, and if they can hold on, and it looks like they just want to kind of load the box up there at B and see if they can get anything, with Hiko going to be on the lurk, and I really don't think Conquest is going to force anybody too hard at that A bomb site to just go try and loop around.
Yeah, if Conquest can do this, they advance, sending Liquid home. Conquest would, on an upset, go forward into the playoffs here at MLG Arena. $100,000 on the line, $40,000 to the winner. And Conquest, they're not going to take any chances playing it super slow. Stanislaw looks like he's going to be playing off angle, at doors, solo A. They rotate 1 player back because nothing has happened yet at the B site. Liquid completely fanned out. They haven't committed to anything.
Yeah, Liquid just trying to do whatever they can to keep themselves in this round. They just cannot drop this, and it's got to be a good, clean round from them. And they know it. They're well aware, and hopefully that little bit of a pause helped them. They could talk it over a little bit, decide what they needed to do to not drop this. And we already have a trade. Elige is going to take down Stanislaw. Rush is going to trade out Elige. Yeah, and they're going to be over towards the B bomb site with the bomb. Nafly misses his shot. Fugly takes down Naf, and we're gonna have Shazam. And man, ladies, Liquid looking good so far. Only 2 CTs left to beat.
Yeah, it's all a fake. They had a couple of players sitting outside of A, and they do get the 1v1 trade that you called. And just like that, Conquest rotates right out of B. 2 players casually walk into the site and plant the bomb, and just like that, the positions, the post-plant positions are entirely too strong. Liquid's able to come back from that. Conquest giving up another round. It's 15-13. Good news for Conquest is they have secured the tie. They could lose all these rounds and still put us into overtime. We saw how good they did in double overtime going up against Virtus Pro in last night's matchup. Conquest out of money. They're going to save this round.
Gonna be interesting here as we're into round of 29. Conquest, again, still match point. They win this round. Oh, Elige, what a shot there to take down Daps. That's how you open that thing up. He's looking to try and find another one on anybody crossing, but nobody will be crossing, so we should have to hang back, and it will be very, very fast. A 5-on-3 in favor of Team Liquid, who they can win this one and the next one. We're going to overtime on map number 2.
Indeed. Now, still alive. We're looking at Shazam. Third person over shoulder. Look behind your shoulder, Shazam. Adren's behind you. Gets taken down. Naf's all alone.
Yep, Nafly, last one standing. The only one alive here for Conquest. We're going to go into the final round of regulation to figure out who's going to win this thing, or if we're going into overtime to find out if Liquid goes home or if they're going to go to a third bout. Oh man, Adren hit that shot. That was dirty. Removes Nafly, and now Team Liquid wins the round. Final round of regulation to find out if we're going to overtime or if Conquest is going to send Team Liquid packing on day 2.
This is nuts. Absolutely nuts. What, are we on a timeout here? No.
No.
Freeze time. AK-47's coming out for Team Liquid and Conquest. Their finances were pretty low. They're able to get an off in Shazam's hand. Not as much utility as you might want on CT side, which does give Liquid some options. They're not even going to worry about it, though. Liquid rushing out super fast, and speaking of rush, there he is, taking Nitro down. And the rest of the team stalled out. That's kind of strange. Nobody's in a position to go ahead and trade out and get onto the site. So man advantage going in favor of Conquest. They need to keep calm. They've got to stay calm and keep this thing under control. They've got the advantage. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, they're up a player here. Nafly did take quite a bit of damage. I mean, he's on the 32, and they just have to be careful at this drop. Daps right there. He's ready. First player's going to drop. That's going to be Fugly. He's right there with Famas. Tries to hit the shot. Aim punch. He's got to drop back. He'll get out. He escapes with his life, but damage already done. They have control of the drop now. They just have to be very careful here trying to get out of this drop.
Well, the good news is once you have a player who's absolutely come down through drop, you have him isolated. You know that there's no way that this guy can back off and retreat. But now that Elise has dropped down, there's the possibility of counter boosting. He heard the drop happen, so now they're counting. They say, okay, we got 2 in drop. And where are the other ones? You see one player pushing out for Conquest. CT realizing no one's at A. They've got to be in main. This flank is going to come up absolutely huge. B-site goes down super fast. Stanislaus not fast enough on the flank. Just misses them at B plant. But nobody, I don't think anybody's necessarily going to expect them. The corner is watched. Adren taken down. Stanislaus now in a 1 versus 3.
Bomb is going to be planted. Yeah, he's got to clutch this 1v3. It's going to be tough to make this happen. We're going to overtime, almost guaranteed, unless he can make just absolute magic. He doesn't even have a kit. So, yeah, taking some time. Gets the first shot. Yeah, he's running out of time here. Gets the second one. He's going to force himself into a one-on-one, but Hiko will get the clutch. And that would have been very, very close if he was actually able to take down Hiko right there. That would have been very tight for him to try and get that defused. The window for that to work was so small.
It might have been too late at that point, even if he got that third kill, but what a play by Stanislaus. I was watching it on the minimap the entire time. He's doing this whole flank sort of situation, and because of his flank, Conquest had so much information. They understand it's not a, we know there's 2 in drop, we know we killed 1, therefore 2 are on B plat. You know this information. And unfortunately, the B site just fell apart instantaneously. If you even had one player holding a fight, just keeping them repelled at that point, Stanislaus could have come up, really big on the flank. And another thing, they didn't have the money to buy all the utility that they needed. So if you just had one smoke, an HE grenade, a flash grenade, anything to buy another second, that would allow Stanislaw a huge opportunity to come up behind. Not meant to be. We're going to overtime, folks.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to have overtime coming here very, very soon on Cobble. And I don't know how far out we are with the players, but I believe what we're going to end up doing here, guys, is we're going to take a fast little break while we wait for all the players to get ready. And we're going to start this overtime as soon as these guys are good to go. So bear with us, and we'll be back once all the players are ready. Everybody, we are back here at your MLG CEVO Season 8 LAN Finals, day number 2, Team Liquid versus Conquest, and we are in overtime on map number 2. This is an elimination game right here. If Conquest can win this overtime, that's it. Liquid eliminated, and they're out of it.
That's right. You see, overtime number 1, the team start out with $10,000 worth of cash per player. And then you buy up. It's going to be 2 halves of 3. So basically every round is a gun round. That's how this is going to work out. Stanislaw playing super close, super tight. Able to get one before Elige trades him out, taking the kill. So it's 1 for 1. No man advantage just yet as players start rotating off of A. They're only playing 1 at a site, which means the site is wide open. Rotation is super fast and hard. Elige, does he get caught off guard? Spots the footprints. He knows somebody's going to be coming in from
Fugly.
top. Yeah, here he is.
Fugly.
Flank.
Yeah, catches Nafly. Good job there to make that flank happen. Now Shazam's got to honor that. He's got to look back. Doesn't really know. Daps is going to be on some super deep flank right now up through mid. Rush doesn't get locked on in time. There goes Shazam and Daps. Lone Ranger now, 1v3. Hits the shot, drops the bomb down. Now he's waiting to find out where the other terrorist is. And he's got a chance to make a good play on this, make this 1 versus 2 happen.
Use that molly so he doesn't have to worry about the door. No players over there, so it is going to be ineffective. See, this slows down the play. Fugly and Hiko, they can't feel quite comfortable just yet. Fugly's going to go plant in safety. And you saw Hiko trying to block from balcony. They're not quite sure where Daps has gone just yet. In fact, instead, he's going to keep coming up from the exact same angle, works his way in towards vents. Checking if anybody's over there. He has to make a decision now. Do I look left or do I look right? He looks left. That's the wrong way. A couple of shots there initially missed, but Fugly's able to pick up the spare, and Daps goes down. First point in OT goes to Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid, good job there. They're going to have that 1 round. So remember, guys, what we're looking for here in overtime number 1, first team to be able to get 4 rounds in total between the 2 sides, because it's 3 rounds per side that you're going to be playing. The first team with 4 rounds in total in overtime will win it. So you got to get to 19 if you want to win here in overtime number 1. You get to 18, that means the other team is more than likely going to get to 18 also. You guys tied it up, and now we're going to another one.
See Shazam with the counter boost. He's not going to commit all the way over towards it. Instead, he's just taking the op and peeking out around the corner. Misses the shot, and Elige takes his head off just like that. The flick aim, the twitch aim going on from Elige. Phenomenal. Now, man advantage in favor of Liquid. Conquest has to stay calm, but B site falling apart just like that. Stanislaw Rush, the only people left standing. Rush is all alone. Stanislaw on the rotate. This is ugly.
Yeah, this is not looking good. There goes Rush. Stanislaw, last one. Elige will pick up both of those from the drop. And that's Liquid staying alive. That's going to be 2 rounds now. If they could pick up all 3 of the T-sided rounds, that is going to be gigantic.
Looks like they will. Look at the money.
Yeah.
Conquest is broke. You don't see this very often in an overtime. Right, like overtime, I said it earlier, every round's going to be a gun round. Well, yes, unless you spend a lot of money and then everybody dies for the next 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. Conquest broke. Essentially, this is an eco round in a situation where you just can't have eco rounds. Hiko going to go ahead and wallbang and take Stanislaw down. Rush is playing super close with the shotgun. That's the best weapon that we have on site, and there it is. Takes the shot. Too bad there's not another round because that's money.
And Nafly trying to work the pistol, just got to wrangle in, finally gets the headshot. Now we're going to be 2 on 3. Elige down low, HP-wise. Rush has an AK. And let's see, the bomb down out in the open. They're trying to watch their flank. They know somebody should be coming from that direction. but they do want to take down Elise because they have somebody on their team has to be screaming right now that he's unbelievably low. Nafly takes down a Dren, so now just Elise up there, low on HP, but here comes Hiko, rotates over, and Hiko's gonna get it. That is gonna be all 3 rounds from overtime number 1 go in favor of Team Liquid, and they are setting themselves up well here. All they need is 1 round from T-side.
How does that happen? Hiko walks out. That wasn't a scream tappy headshot. That was just, yeah, I'm just gonna spray down and every bullet's gonna find a head. That's because I'm Hiko. That's how I roll. And wow, 3 rounds in OT going in favor of Liquid. This is all but over. If Liquid take this, if Liquid can take this, that forces us into our randomly selected map number 3 of Overpass. We'll talk about that later, should that happen.
And it's a knife for sides on Overpass.
It is. It is.
So it's going to be interesting to find out who's going to actually get their side choice on it. And if we actually go to a map 3, that'll be very intense.
If it goes to Overpass, though, Conquest is in deep trouble. They're really not good at Overpass at all. Liquid, they don't pick it a lot. They don't win a lot on it, but they're well practiced on it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that the advantage definitely is going to go in favor of Liquid if we do go in to Overpass. Conquest should know this if they've done their research, so the pressure is really on. 19 points is the magic number, Misled.
Yeah, that's what you got to get to here if you want to win this. But I mean, if Conquest win out here, we're going to overtime number 2. Same rules, same thing. First team to get 4 rounds between the 2 halves, we'll win it.
Yep.
And so Conquest, though, looking like they had this map in the bag, couldn't bring it home. Now we're in overtime, and they're in a tough spot here because they have to win all of these rounds, all 3 of these from T-side to be able to have another chance at overtime.
And they're setting up for B site. No surprises. It's a 4-stack for Team Liquid, which is the way everybody seems to be playing B site these days. You stack 4 there, and then maybe have somebody as a rotator position. The rotator's falling back because there's really no noise. Conquest hasn't made much of a fuss on the B site. Now here you go. Mollying the left side just to make sure nobody's there. Walk through the smoke as it flashes out. Rush peeks out, spots 1, sprays, misses both, and he's going to go down quickly. Naf and Rush both down. 3 versus 4 situation. They're able to do a lot of damage to Liquid, though, leading us down to a 3v2. Bomb does get planted. Daps takes some fire before he backs off. Now he tries juking on the right. Nobody sees him. Elige goes down. Suddenly, Hiko left all alone. If Hiko can clutch this 1v2, Liquid advance. Taps the bomb. Look at the flank coming up from Shazam. He just peeks around the backside, shooting Hiko in the back. Conquest is still in this thing, Misled.
Yeah, I mean, they're still in it. They're not out of it yet. They have 2 more rounds to go, and they can force this to overtime number 2. And again, same exact rule set. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Same exact rule set would be going forward, and then again, first team to win 4 rounds between the 2 halves will get the map win. And this is pretty big right here for Conquest and Liquid. I mean, if Liquid can stand up to this and really show some resolve when they're being tested, that's going to help out a lot.
Stanislaw set on fire, runs through, tries to smoke the fire out, but he gets blinded in his own smoke, and he ends up going down. So that's very unfortunate. Stanislaw is seriously capable of carrying Conquest. I know he hasn't represented too much on this map, but he is such a critical component for this team. And now the A push. Look at the way they're getting completely pinched off at this point. 3 players at balcony. 1, 2, 3, all shut down. So now we have a 2 versus 2. It's Nitro and Elige versus Shazam and Daps at the A site. Nice off shot. Shazam taking 1, putting us into a 1v1. Clutch time for Shazam. Shazam has to win this, or else he's going home. Looks the wrong way, and miraculously gets the shot on Elige.
Somehow Shazam makes it happen. They're 1 round away from being able to go to overtime number 2 and fight for the W still here on map number 2. It would be impressive if they can do it. This is coming down to the final round of this thing. It's for all the marbles if Conquest wants to get this.
My, how the tables have turned. Look at the buy for Liquid. Suddenly they're in a situation where all they can afford are pistols, and they've got 2 shotties sitting there. The old swag 7 in full effect. Hiko's going to go charging up long to find information. Boy, does he find it. Shazam takes the shot, wiping Hiko off the board. The Clutch King is now out of the picture, and you have a fully bought Conquest team with the man advantage.
Yeah, just trying to hold on here, trying to work that bomb. They haven't really gotten too far with it. Hanging out above the drop. Players still in the tunnels. Just kind of working around, trying to see if they're going to catch any of these Liquid players, trying to rotate, getting a little too aggressive, knowing that they're in trouble now. And Elige is going to be the one. Elige gets a little out too wide. Somehow doesn't go down, though, but all the way down to 18 HP.
Very slow play going on by Conquest. They want to make sure they pick the right site, make a lot of noise at B, including at drop down before they start peeking around. What's this? Looks like there's one player already on the A site.
Yeah, he's already worked his way up, and just sitting back below the balcony there. With that, yeah, good frag. Comes out, Daps is able to take down a Dren. There goes Fugly. So now all we have left alive here is Fugly, Nitro, and Elige. And man, Elige still very weak on HP. That's going to be Fugly taking a pistol shot on the Daps. Makes it happen. Now they're going to be pushing inside the site. They're going to take down Elige, but Stanislaw and Rush are both right there.
So
and
close.
Rush will cut it down. We're going to overtime number 2, Team Liquid versus Conquest.
Unreal. This is the second time in a row that Conquest has forced us into 2 OTs. They did it not just against any old team, mind you. Last night, they forced us into double OT against Virtus Pro, the Plow themselves, right? This is one of the best teams in the world, who did have a disappointing showing at the major with that G2 loss. Okay, that happened. That's fine. Conquest took them double overtime before they finally ended up losing the match. Now Liquid in the same boat. These two teams are playing their hearts out. I don't know. This is so tough to call. So tough to call.
Yeah. It was really good that they were able to battle back. They didn't drop that. They're like, all right, well, we lost all 3 of the first rounds of overtime. All right, let's just give up. Let's go to map 3 and worry about it there. They didn't give up. They didn't let it get to their heads, and Conquest kept going. And, I mean, they won all 3 of theirs that they needed to. So,
yeah.
Hey, they put them into another overtime.
Yeah, Conquest, certainly a solid team. They've been on the rise, really.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had an incredible season, sure. But then after our season ended, they've done some pretty impressive things elsewhere. For example, the iBuyPower series, taking a map off of Luminosity Gaming. That's going to boost their confidence. They're the team that knocked Coast out of the iBuyPower Fall Invite 2-0. This is a time when Coast was looking like they might have a little bit of hope going forward. It's a team that generally performs poorly in pistol rounds, but good news. I mean, we're in overtime. They don't have to worry about anything like pistol round performance or anything of the sort. You see the buys coming out.
Yeah, you get money right off the bat.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So that threat has been eliminated for Conquest. They're going to start off T side, 2 ops, 1 for Adren, and then 1 on the opposite side for Shazam. Be bias early on.
We're going to have Conquest here. Still going to be your T-sided team. Let's see if they can make some magic happen again. Can they get all 3 of these T-sided rounds? It's just going to come down to who's actually able to get more than 1 CT-sided round.
What?
And look at the lineup. Fugly's got 4, trying to go for the ace. That final player, not going to be over there, though, for him to grab. That is going to be Shazam. Shazam hits the op shot. Shazam hits a pistol shot right after that, but he is going to be 1 versus 3, and he does have full HP. He almost just made that 1 versus 2.
What the heck was that, Fugly? It's a 4K. He just needs 1 more for the ace. Misses the opportunity. Shazam out-ops him. And that's ace denied for Fugly. I can't believe that spray down this lad. I mean, you're sitting there. He lined it up absolutely perfectly and just sprayed bullets right through 4 bodies, making it look like something easy. Shazam. Pressure's on. Look at this trap. He's able to pick up the bomb. Backing off 27 seconds. He has to commit to B site.
Yeah, he did. Man, this is a tough spot to be in here. Time ticking low. Gonna grab the bomb. They're just gonna try and wait it out. They're gonna try and take him. He's going to do the sound fake first. Fires off an op shot. Now he's going to go to safety. Gonna put the bomb down. Now they know for a fact. He hits the first shot. He could be able to get this. He's got himself 4K. Doesn't get the ace. He got the ace clutch. Shazam!
Look at him. Look at him.
Ace clutch for Shazam. What a beautiful play comes out. Denies the ace on the other side for Fugly and gets one himself.
Shazam is the man. You saw that celebration right there. If you're unfamiliar, Shazam is the one in the glasses right there, closest to the camera, thrilled as he should be. It's an ace in double overtime against Liquid, one of the greatest powerhouses in North America at present, perhaps the best North American team right now in Conquest, certainly there to challenge them.
Yeah, Conquest, that was huge. That's a big fire that just got lit underneath those guys' butts. Hopefully they can keep that going, ride that momentum, and it looks like they're going to Natfly and Rush both get themselves frags as Conquest will be up. They have a good man advantage here. Man, Rush gets so lit and doesn't die.
Beautiful. Hiko and Adrent both off-site with an M4 and an AWP. Look at this Conquest Rush. He's so low on health, but there's no point in hanging on to the AK-47. He can always rebuy going into round number 3 off of those 2 victories as well as bomb plants. Conquest in a really solid position. Now look at Hiko watching this angle. He might have just seen the corner of a gun. Oh, there he is. Turns left, and Hiko with that crazy flick game takes him down. Funny thing about Hiko, he's a pro Counter-Strike player, certainly one of the best out there. He's actually colorblind. He has to play with the digital vibrance turned all the way up, and there's certain spots on the map where he actually has trouble, and he has to play around those.
So we're into the final round of the first half of overtime number 2 now.
Yeah.
Conquest has got both rounds so far. If they can make it 3, that's about par for the course. Both teams playing better from T side than they are from CT side. So again, man, Adrent all the way down to 7 HP right off the bat. Didn't get to see what happened there, but I'm assuming it had something to do with Shazam.
Decent buy. Coming together for Liquid, better than they did last time around. With a lot of aggression from Nitro. We haven't seen him playing this position on top of B-Plat super aggressively in a while, and maybe Conquest has been lulled into a false sense of security about this. He's going to play close with the Mag 7. It's if you play it right, it's just a one-shot, one-kill situation all the time. Shazam hopping from drop. Not able to get the shot, and here comes the entry, working around the angle, and Nitro 1 and 2 with the shotgun before he gets traded out, and suddenly in Conquest with a huge disadvantage. Daps is hurt. Shazam out dropping mollies. This doesn't really benefit anybody at this point. Look how hurt Elysian and Adrent are.
Yeah, Elysian all the way down to 1 HP. Adrent down to 7 still from the beginning of the round. But Daps is lit right here. This Molotov could be gigantic. He's not able to get away. But Shazam, can he get another clutch off? He's got to be able to get this. Can he hit the shot? Misses it just barely. Hiko's trying to get in his face. Shazam versus Hiko, misses the shot. Now still up. Hiko's right there. Gets on the bomb for a second. Shazam's just got to play games with him. Goes with the shoulder peek. He knows he doesn't have to commit to it. Now he shoulder peeks out again. Can he keep it going? Shazam will get the clutch again to get 2 rounds for his team in overtime. Shazam has to clutch it.
This is some of the best play that we have seen out of Shazam at all since his time at Tempo Storm, since his time at Conquest. The guy is playing absolutely out of his mind. He's turning into the clutch king in OT, and you know how tired they are. Like, I know you're tired. I'm tired. This has been an incredibly long series. Think about what it's like for these guys. They're playing at the absolute height of the game. Well, you used to play professionally yourself, Misled.
Some old stuff, man.
You are focused, and it is mentally taxing to do that stuff. And yet Shazam is still able to do it.
A lot of people don't understand the pressure. It's hard to understand it. I mean, I don't know. It's totally different when you're sitting there and you're playing, like, even just like little stuff. Playing an open match, and you don't want to lose that match with all your buddies. The first time you ever played Counter-Strike, like, just that pressure is insane. Like, and you're at home and you're comfortable, let alone being here.
Yeah, exactly. With lots of people watching.
With lots of people watching, yes. Watching your open match.
Watching your open match, exactly.
But we are into the second half of overtime number 2 now.
This is crazy.
Just waiting. All Conquest needs is 1 round, and they take this thing home. If Team Liquid ends up winning this, or if Team Liquid wins all 3, that means we're going to overtime number 3. Conquest only needs 1.
I think Conquest might just have it this time. Look at Nap. He's in a great position. It is going to be a B hit if he's patient. And wrecks him. There you go. Bomb is down. That's already 2 kills. And Liquid, they might just be spinning at this point.
But
Buckley's able to come in from behind. It's a
Shazam.
1-for-1 trade. So it leaves us with Hiko and Adren all alone. Now Adren for the clutch.
And that's it. Conquest is going to knock Liquid out.
That's it.
Wow. Conquest brings it home. Overtime number 2. This time, instead of dropping that overtime, they end up winning it.
Nice.
And, man, Conquest. What a good day for those guys. Liquid is out of it. Day 2, no longer here at the CEVO LAN finals. They're done.
Their
time here is over.
They're done. Liquid goes home. Conquest advances now into the playoffs at MLG. And, wow, they're going to be main stage from this point on.
Oh, yeah.
It is an uphill struggle. It's been an uphill struggle throughout the entire series, right? Virtus Pro and the Virtus Pro game, this Liquid game right here, actually they're not advancing just yet. They have one more best of 3 they're going to have to play to get out of the group stage. But Liquid has to go home at this point. I can't believe it. Conquest, like I wanted to believe in them the whole time and say, hey, you know, you're doing good. You're the dark horse team. You're the underdogs here. I love seeing underdogs succeed, and that was it. And I have to tell you, Shazam came on fire late in the game.
Oh yeah, he played out of his mind. I mean, he ended up with 33 frags.
Yeah,
that's his name. I mean, Nafly was playing awesome, 37. Rush with 36. And on the other side, I mean, Team Liquid. It wasn't like they were bad. It's just you happen to have Conquest players blow up round after round. Like one round it's Shazam, next round it's Nafly, next round it might be it might be Rush. You never know. They were just blowing up randomly, and it ended up working out for them.
Yeah. This was Cobble. This was the map picked by Liquid themselves.
Yeah.
I thought it was an odd pick, though, because, Liquid's good on Cobble, but so is Conquest. They play a whole lot. I think you said it was their second most played map within CEVO. Season 8 this time around. So it kind of benefited Conquest. When you're doing your vetoes and your picks, I understand wanting to play for your strengths, but you've got to kind of understand where your opponents are coming from.
Yeah.
Clearly, Liquid felt very confident on it. They played their hearts out. They did an amazing job bringing it all the way to OT number 2, 18-22. You've got to be proud of that, but, it's Liquid. They are a prestige North American team. They've had good showings, even making it all the way to the major. Their first major, going out in the group stage like that, you'd expect them to take Conquest with ease, and didn't happen.
After what we saw last night with Conquest, how they played against Virtus Pro, like that gave me more hope. That when I saw the matchup this morning, I was like, well, all right,
there you go.
We might have a really good game.
We've got a game on our hands
between these two. If Conquest can play like they did against Virtus Pro, and they actually played better against Liquid than they did against Virtus Pro.
I think
they played great against Virtus Pro.
Yeah, I think they did. They played solid Counter-Strike, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
it's one thing to sit at your home online playing all your league matches and CEVO and all that, but then you're right here. The pressure's on, and particularly on the B stream, you've got it's a very different type of environment than the main stage, where you're kind of offset from the audience. Here it feels more like a LAN. You've got people kind of crowded around watching you, directly cheering you. That's always in your peripheral vision. So you feel very pressured, and yet Conquest still able to do it. They don't have a lot of LAN experience as a unit either.
No. I mean, the players themselves have a lot of experience at LANs. Just that unit does not. I mean, Tempo Storm had some of their guys, or some of the members that were Tempo Storm had LAN together, and then the Elevate guys had LAN together too. But like as a unit,
and Shazam with the Cloud9 stuff before, of course.
I mean, they all had LAN with at least one of their teammates in the last month or so, or well, not month. It would have been 3.5 months,
3 or 4 months.
Yeah. So they all have experience with each other and playing against each other.
Yeah.
Just not that roster. This 5 going at it like they did today, and they played out of their minds. They did great. They get to move forward.
That's good stuff. It's hopeful for
Yes.
North America
Yeah.
too. You know, not to be a homer, but you know, it is nice to see
Yeah.
some of the home teams really represented, especially when our scene's been in shambles with so many player swaps,
Yeah.
players trades, and just underperforming things going on. So I think that about does it for us
I believe
at this
so.
point. The B stream is officially over.
Yeah.
We've eliminated a few teams. So from this point on, all of the matches at the MLG Arena are going to be on the primary stream. Just go to MLG.tv and tune in. There's plenty more matches going on today, as well as tomorrow, which we'll see the semifinals and then the grand finals. So lots of great Counter-Strike yet to be played, Luca.
Oh, definitely. So that's going to get us out of here, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you again for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Go over to the main stream now and watch that. You guys know you are not going to want to miss what we have coming up next. So, again, Misled, CEVO, we're out of here, guys.
See ya.